morning, happy Saturday, everybody. Let's see, let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. I'll level with you, this whole week has been kind of stressful for me, especially the last 2 days. But I got through it. I got through it, I'm here now. Honestly, that's, you know what, it reminds me of that one car with a whole bunch of bumper stickers I told you about the other day. You know, there's a whole bunch of bumper stickers on it, but there's one bumper sticker that sticks out to me and says, "But did you die?" And no, I didn't. Trust me, I'm pretty sure something, if I were to die, I'm pretty sure something would be amiss if I don't post videos for a while. You know? Like, Like, I mean, it's happened before where, like, I wasn't able to get the video out on, you know, the day I made it, but it still got uploaded the next day. I mean, that's just like, you know, either I was so incredibly distracted I didn't have time to upload, or sometimes the service really was bad. So, yeah, fun fact, uploading videos takes a lot longer to do than uploading a simple photo. So that's a thing. Let's see, what's my high? You know what? As difficult as this, I mean, I guess I wouldn't say it was a bad week by any stretch of the imagination. There was a lot going on. Some of which involved, you know, pretty big changes. Including, you know, my friends who moved away that I made the video about the other day. So, yeah, it's been a lot, but I got through it. You know, it's Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. You know, you get there's a nice little reprieve to today, and honestly, it's a beautiful day to go out and enjoy it. I plan on doing just that as soon as I complete this video, of course. What's my act of kindness? Well, I did hold the door for a bunch of people yesterday throughout the course of the day. I did that. Let's see. And you know what? Here's the thing. I said this was I mentioned that this week was like a lot of like changes and stuff in terms of, you know, what happened and going on, but last night was probably the first time in this entire week where I felt genuine reprieve from everything. Because, funny enough, I barely seen my parents all week. Okay, so, full disclosure, my nephews had to go to a camp that's up at Cuca Lake. And rather than my mom or my dad driving them up, you know, back and forth from, you know, Corden to Cuca Lake, they stayed in, my brother rented them out my brother got them a hotel room in Hammondsport, you know, just so they're close by, which is convenient. And not to mention my nephews also, at least my twin nephews are taking up lacrosse. So they had like box lacrosse stuff they had to do, which I thought box lacrosse was more of a winter thing. Unless they're probably doing box lacrosse because it's been so hot out lately, which I get, that's a thing. So, full disclosure, I barely see my folks all week. Last night was the first time I got to see them and be with them for a little while. And it was nice. I mean, from what I heard, my nephews had a great time at camp. That's important. Everyone's safe and healthy, of course. And honestly, family time was probably, you know what, family time is just that thing where even when you're not even considering the idea that being with your family is what you need to make you feel better, that's what winds up happening, if that makes sense. Like, I would say physically, I guess I'm still a little bit exhausted, but like emotionally, I feel more uplifted. And it's great. As well as also a few things I gotta, take care of and stuff. Yesterday was actually a really busy day for me. As soon as I finished my video, it was, go, go, go. Got myself some breakfast from Country Crawlers, which, I mean, I've said this maybe a couple times over the last month or so, but for real, like, shout out to Country Crawlers because y'all the real deal. They had this deal where if you get a coffee of any size, you get a donut for free. And, I'm definitely one of those guys that gets like more than one donut, so it's really great. Full disclosure, I might go to Country Crawlers after I finish recording this video. And I was able to get some lunch a little bit later, but seriously, I didn't really get anything to eat until like, I think from maybe 11:30 to like 6:30. Like I ate like nothing. Except maybe like some water. And that was it. Which, I mean, that's not the 7. I guess it's not that long after eating, I suppose, but still, it's just been a lot. But I feel better now. Feel good right now. I'm ready to enjoy today. Wait. Oh shoot! I forgot. Today's July 11th. It's 7-Eleven day. I'm gonna go to 7. You know what? I'm gonna go to 7. You know, I never get an opportunity to do this, but I'm gonna finally get a Slurpee from 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven. I'm gonna do that. Ooh. Actually, you know what? Of all the things I've done, I never really have talked about my history with 7-Eleven, have I? The store, not the date. So, 7-Eleven was one of those things where, growing up, I would see the logo for it a lot. I mean, if you don't know, once upon a time, 7-Eleven was originally open from 7 in the morning until 11 o'clock at night, hence the name 7-Eleven. 16 hours. I imagine, some people work from 7 to 3, the other people work from 3 to 11. That's an 8-hour shift. And, obviously you go home at 11 o'clock to go to bed, get ready to do the next day. But 7-Eleven was either the very first to do this or among the very first to do this, to be open 24 hours a day. I mean, like 7-Eleven, I think, was the first major franchise to be open 24 hours a day, which wasn't entirely you know, hold on, I gotta look this up. I think 7-Eleven, I think it was. Anyways, let me get on to what I was talking about. So, my first time in 7-Eleven wouldn't have been until, actually, I was in college. For those of you who don't already know, I went to Gettysburg College, and there was a hold on. I'm trying to type this out. So, yeah, the first store to be open for 24 hours was 7-Eleven, specifically in the University of Texas in Austin. Okay, so, yeah. 7-Eleven was the first store to be open for 24 hours. And, I mean, which at the time did sound weird, but, you know, it makes a lot of sense. Because, listen, there's always going to be crazy people. Well, not crazy people, but there's always going to be people up at literally any hour of any day. I mean, the phrase goes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That also applies to, someone, I mean, I know it refers to, 5 o'clock in the evening being a time to start drinking alcohol, but when you think about it, there's a deeper meaning, which is, if it's 5 o'clock somewhere, it's also in the very late hours of the night somewhere. So, and places being open for 24 hours, while it's definitely not heard of today, was huge back then. I mean, a fella could go, to a college party, get drunk and have that sort of feeling of wanting to eat something greasy or unhealthy, and hey, 7-Eleven's right there. That's what it is. So, my experience with 7-Eleven especially was, I was in college, and that was the first time I had a Slurpee from 7-Eleven. And it was everything, dude. I mean, full stop. I had ices before, and especially cherry ices and cherry Slurpees, they do kind of taste the same. I get that. But you know what? I didn't care. I finally got a Slurpee, and it was good. In fact, my ritual on Saturday nights in college, I mean, come on, unfortunately, I really wasn't, again, for those of you who know me, I wasn't, getting any girls or, going out and drinking that much. So my ritual on Saturday night, go to 7-Eleven, get a Slurpee, go back to my dorm, and go to bed. I mean, at the time I thought that, 7-Eleven, a Slurpee from 7-Eleven is probably the next best thing that's not, meeting a girl. So that was my thing. And it was funny. For a while, I would always mix the three main flavors, cherry, blue raspberry, and Coke. But then for a while, I just did cherry and Coke to get a cherry Coke Slurpee. I remember why, because a guy I knew came up with the idea of, because there's the Cuba Libre, rum and Coke. Well, there's Coca-Cola flavored, Slurpee. Why not put rum in that? By the way, I was a senior in college when I finally tried that. It was good, but it wasn't nearly what the traditional rum and Coke or Cuba Libre is supposed to be. But I had it, and it was good. And I'll admit, I haven't been, there was definitely a while where I would get food from seriously, some of the food at 7-Eleven is actually not bad. If you know what you're, the stuff that's on like the rollers, like the hot dogs or with the burger looking dogs or any of the taquitos, those are good, at least in my experience. The quote unquote boneless wings that they're on like the skewers. Ooh, actually it was like barbecue cheeseburger meatballs or something like that. Those are pretty good too. It's making my mouth water thinking about it actually. I'm getting kind of hungry. What else? Yeah, obviously Slurpee still hit. The breakfast food was pretty good. Oh, okay, so 7-Eleven has this like, probably is like one of the best breakfast items I've ever had, which is their like a 3 meat, egg, and cheese burrito. That's good. Like, seriously, 7-Eleven had some really good breakfast items. So, of course, in fact, it was 7-Eleven that turned me on to the idea of having croissants be like the #1 vehicle with which to make a breakfast sandwich on. Burger King only enhanced that, I believe. But the 7-Eleven has like the breakfast burrito. It's got like cheese and ham and bacon and egg and sausage. It's so like, man, I remember that thing hits. I haven't had that in a while. I mean, keep in mind this was pre-COVID, so I'm sure that burrito's like $7 or something crazy like that. But it was good. It was really good. Maybe I might get that too. It's only 11 o'clock. I'm sure they're still serving breakfast in some places, so I might just do that. So, yeah, 7-Eleven. I'm actually going to go to 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven. I'll be sure to update that I'll put it on my social media and stuff. Hope y'all like this video. Like, subscribe, YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm very homely and video for you guys to watch your video. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Remember, you guys want to talk to us, we're here to lend you back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.